Hi everyone, we are still in our Incarnate series. We are looking at Micah chapter 5 verses 1 through 5. Um, it reminds me of a story from when I was in elementary school. I went to Randolph Elementary School in Topeka, Kansas, and I don't know what grade or whatever it was, but we had a girl in our class. Her name was Jackie, and I for the life of me cannot remember her last name, and I'm sure it has changed since then. But Jackie was this. She was kind of short, but she was really cute. And all of us guys thought so. We just didn't know how to say so, and we didn't understand why that was a big deal. And so all of us really did want to kind of be around her. And so the way that we all decided that we were going to show her our affection was by teasing her, and we were relentless. It became this kind of game and this cardinal rule, and it went on for a long time, that if she even spoke to you or touched you, or you shared a pencil that she shared, or you touched something else that she touched, you were said to have Jackie germs. And that was a thing for us. And rather than try to sort out any kind of feelings or any kind of friendships or relationships or whatever in elementary school, we avoided her at all cost, and it was a game. And then one dreaded day, we were all assigned to be partnered up with some people for a particular assignment, and I got assigned to be Jackie's partner. And my friends were just relentless on me, and they teased me, and they made fun of me, and they poked at me, and all these things, and they even avoided me because they didn't want to get any of her germs on them. And I started to kind of see kind of elementary school through her eyes. And one day, as we were working together in the library on whatever assignment we were doing, and somebody came up and started snickering at us and little goofy things that were going on and stuff like this, I just snapped. And I went off on whatever friend it was that you wouldn't even know a germ if it landed on your face, and you've got the worst germs, and she hasn't done anything to you, and all these things. And just this voice went off in my head that this is not okay. And there was just kind of this unspoken thing between Jackie and I that, hey, moving forward, you'll have at least one person in class, one person that's not, this is a safe spot, basically, that there are better days for you. Well, that's the theme of Micah's gospel, or prophecy, the Micah's book that we read. That Micah was a prophet 700 years before Jesus showed up, and he was in a small, medium-sized town about 25 miles south of Jerusalem. And as he's prophesying, one of the important things for us to know is that the word prophet is very much related to the Hebrew word for to see. And Micah the prophet was able to see all kinds of things that the Hebrew people either didn't want to see or they turned their heads from. And they were injustice. There was injustice after injustice after injustice. And he's prophesying that the answer to this injustice that's happening to you and that's being caused by you is going to happen in the form of this son that's going to be born. And as we read in our text today, in an insignificant town called Bethlehem, we read that, "But you, O Bethlehem, who are too little to be even among the clans of Judah." This, he says, is where peace, shalom, is going to come from. And shalom is much more than this inner peace or this world without war. But shalom is what every Hebrew had sought, and it comes in the form of injustices being answered through the one that is just. So my question for you today is, as we are in Christmas, what does this have to do with Christmas? How has Jesus brought justice to your world? How has he brought shalom to you? And my next question for you to think about today is, are you experiencing uh, a world or a life right now that is not filled with peace? And if so, what is a necessary step you need to make toward the one who makes for better days? You all have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.